So my background is in civil engineering. I never thought I would be an engineer. My dad did journalism and my mum did art. So there's no engineers in my family. And they encouraged me to pick subjects that I liked. And my favorite subjects were art, ancient history, and physics. So that didn't really help me in terms of choosing a career, but thankfully I had an amazing teacher, Scott Adamson at All Hallows School in Brisbane, who said, maybe you should think about engineering. And at first I thought you've got to be really smart to be an engineer. And so it's probably not for me, but that kind of sparked a curiosity. And after putting engineering as my fifth preference, that's what I got into. And I really haven't looked back. It's been amazing to create the world around me as an engineer. And I've absolutely loved every minute of it.
So just on that point, before we go on, so you really put down the fact that you were very strategically and helpfully guided in the schooling at a critical time of making some, or opening up your mind to make some choices about what you wanted to do.
Absolutely. I really didn't know what to put down for my uni preferences. I had so many options available and was really unclear about my career path. It was kind of like one of those last minute things. Well, I've got to fill out the form. I've got to figure out what I want to put down. I was clear I wanted to go to university, but didn't really know what engineering was. What do engineers do? Not even until I was finished my engineering studies that I was still kind of figuring out what engineers do and what they are.
It's fantastic. Okay, so sorry, if you can continue on with your,
Sure.
in terms of your background and everything like that.
Yeah, so then after graduating engineering, I went and worked as a structural engineer, which was a terrible job for me because I'm not a detail person. I'm definitely a people person, but I thought to be a good engineer, you had to sit down and do calculations all day. And so structural engineering definitely fit the bill for that. Luckily, I was made redundant and then got the opportunity to go more into project management. And that's where I learned that engineers do work with people. They can be really creative. And I loved working at council, doing all kinds of things like stakeholder engagement, working with the local community, but also working with the designers. So communication became a really important part of my role. So over the last, I think, 14 years since I graduated university, I've actually had 9 jobs in 3 different careers. So I'm definitely one of those new kinds of career people that we hear about in the workplace today, where young people today are expected to have 17 jobs and 5 careers. So I'm already on to a few. And at the moment, I've got a role at Swinburne University as an engineer in residence, as well as running my own businesses, which are focused on encouraging the next generation into engineering and also training the next wave of leaders, emerging leaders, particularly in diverse areas, because I think we need diverse leadership in our workplaces today.